miles aloft, a jet plane races the moon's shadow across Canada. Astronaut Scott Carpenter is among the observers aboard the speeding plane, gathering both data and photographs. This rare spectacular is caused when the moon comes between the Earth and the sun, blotting out Old Sol. To the ancients, this was a cause for superstitious alarm. Today's scientists know it means 100 seconds to gather important data. That is the time of the total eclipse. This base in Manitoba not only records visual, electronic, and photographic data, it also sends rockets aloft to study eclipse effects on top of the Earth's atmosphere. As the rockets take off to probe outer space during the phenomena, other scientists are making soundings of herring runs off the Atlantic coast. Thus, high in space and in the depths of the sea, researchers examine the mysteries of nature. There's no mystery about the next total eclipse in the U.S., however. It will be March 7th, 1970.
Hey guys, been a while since we did any kind of video. Today is going to be a kind of a montage, a mashup, if you will, of a few things that we've done since the last time we put out a video, which I think was Las Vegas. So we've done a few little things here and there. So we went to and by me, we, there she is.
Hi guys.
It's Sheila, the 5-foot assassin. So where we're at right now, we are in Toledo, Ohio. And Sheila had a idea that because today is possibly the apocalypse, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
The 2024 eclipse is today.
Eclipse.
So Sheila had an idea for us to head south because 100% totality is cutting right through Ohio and our little portion of the mitten. So,
yeah, like the very bottom of Michigan.
Yeah, just south of where we live.
And the mayor of in Luna Pier, Michigan, and the mayor was like, please don't come here.
Yeah, so we're helping out Luna Pier by not going there.
It's so small.
Yeah,
it's so
very
small.
It's basically like one road.
And like one way in, one way out. It was going to be... Yeah,
cool name, though. Luna Pier is a cool name. Yeah. So we headed to the Glass City, Toledo. There's a casino on the river, and there's an open roof at said casino.
And it was my idea.
And it was Sheila's idea that nobody will be going to the casino, and she was right. Yeah. So we are on a mostly vacant roof.
Yeah, nobody else was thinking.
Waiting for the eclipse with a wide open view. As long as it's not cloudy today, then it should be a spectacular 100% totality. Totality.
100%. And Toledo, the area is getting, if I'm not mistaken, like 1 minute and 47 seconds.
Yes.
Of totality versus 19 seconds up in Luna Pier. I will take the 1 minute and however many seconds we're going to get. We'll put it in the video.
Yeah.
But it is only 10:50.
10:50 in the a.m.
So we have some time to kill inside at the casino. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do at a casino, though?
We're going to figure it out. We're
gonna... So we got that going on, and we have some clips from... We went to a Celtic game in Detroit.
Yeah,
we have some clips from that.
We had good seats.
And then I went to a indoor flea market a few weeks back and shot some footage from that, and then got a bunch of stuff for like a roundup video. But we've had a lot going on.
It's a montage.
Yeah, we haven't had time to really do any proper videos or anything, but we'll be able to put some out here. The weather's getting great. And
yep, garage sale season is starting, so
we'll be right back at it with the garage sales. And yeah, we'll see how the rest of the day goes here. It's supposed to be a comet called the Devil's Own, right next to the eclipse today.
Yeah, and that's the rapture comment.
I think that's what's
I don't know,
starting all the rapture comments.
But crazy. What do
I don't know. Rapture isn't supposed to involve a devil-shaped comet.
You wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
But maybe. What do we know?
I don't know. Yeah, well, exactly. I'm not an expert on it. But I'm ready for it. I'm ready for whatever.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Okay.
We're at a casino. I don't know
maybe
what
put your hand out for like a devil flame. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we'll see you guys around wrap-up time. Bye-bye.
was never one. Of people standing blindly out of reach of the sun, and I'm telling you that I am in love. Whoa, I am in love. Scooting dead up and dead up and dead. Oh, I am in love with the girl that holds me with her eyes. Voices surround me, bicker at my shame. I wish with a passion, why can't she feel the same? And I'm telling you that I am in love. Whoa, I am in love. Scooting dead up and dead up and dead. Oh, I am in love with the girl that holds me with her eyes. Trying to be a friend, and maybe then it'll be. I know what I feel inside. Please see the beauty in me. Whoa, please see the beauty in me. Whoa, please see the beauty in me. My heart feels empty.
Waiting on the Eclipse chairs on the roof, right?
The roof.
The roof. You excited?
I'll be as excited as I get over it.
Yes. Should be excited. It's exciting. It is.
Okay, so been a while since we've done a wrap-up. Probably since Las Vegas, but we had a few things going on that prevented us from doing any videos, really. But we were able to get out and go to a Boston Celtics Pistons game, the only time the Celtics were playing in Detroit this year, and Sheila was able to secure some really good seats, really affordable. So we had a blast at that Piston-Celtic game. I went to the indoor flea market, picked up a few items, and the Eclipse, of course, Toledo, Ohio, our sliver of southeastern Michigan. One area in particular had 100% totality, and the mayor of Luna Pier said stay away. So Sheila figured out that if we went down to the roof of Hollywood Casino in Toledo, that that would be a great spot, and it turned out she was 100% right.
Yeah, it was a great spot to go see it, and yeah, I'd seen that the difference between 99% totality and 100% totality was like night and day, and so I was like, we got to go check this out.
Yeah, it was so spectacular. Glad that we did.
It was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen.
Yeah,
really,
it felt like
spectacular.
It felt like sci-fi to me.
Yeah,
to see something like that, in the sky. I couldn't see the comet that was supposed to be around it, but
no, didn't see that.
But what was most bizarre to me was that you could see stars.
Yeah, it was
when it got dark. You could see like some of the brighter stars. The street lights came out down there around the casino. It was really cool. And we had it for about a minute and 15 or something like that.
It was like a minute and 47 seconds, 47? I think, in Toledo, yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really cool to see that. So I'm really, really happy that we did that. So items that we picked up, I ordered a book online, had it delivered to the house. I've been on a kick of the band Screaming Trees lately, and I stumbled across some excerpts from a book that Mark Lanigan, the lead singer of Screaming Trees, wrote called Sing Backwards and Weep. And it's about like the time that he spent on the road with Alice in Chains. He was good friends with Lane Staley. He was good friends with Kurt Cobain. And they were, they were one of the pioneers of that grunge era out of Seattle. So I was able to order a copy of that book. I look forward to reading it. It's, I'm sure, sad because he was basically a lifetime drug addict. And he passed away a couple of years ago, Mark Lanigan, 2022, I believe. So I look forward to reading that, though. Interesting guy, interesting life, and really, really good band. So at the indoor flea market, picked up a few items toy-wise out of a bin, like a $1 bin of toys. I got a Care Bear, birthday bear, which I guess I'm told isn't the most popular of the Care Bears, but I don't know anything about Care Bears, but I picked that up. I didn't have Sheila with me, and she's the toy person out of us. So I actually made 2 minor mistakes for toys. But any comments on birthday bear?
Yeah, he wasn't my jam, but I love Care Bears, so I'm not upset to add him to our ever-growing 80s, 90s, 70s, 60s toy collection. I didn't know that they started in 1982 as a card company started Care Bears. They started, I guess, as greeting cards. Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. But interesting. The figure's an original Kenner PVC figurine from 1984, so that's cool. The other one that I picked up, I thought it was a 1970-ish Captain America. It had the look of a 1970s Captain America and a bendy, and it turned out it was a 1989 Just Toys, which is whatever. It wasn't what I thought it was, so I kind of dropped the ball on that one too. Sheila's a little bit better about checking like labels or stampings on the toys, and she knows a little bit more about toys than I do. But she wasn't with me that day. So, cassette tape, Vanilla Ice to the Extreme from 1990. Huge album.
Yeah,
Yeah, big album. At one time, that was one of the biggest selling rap albums of all time. I know Ice Ice Baby was at one time the biggest selling rap single of all time. I'm sure that's been eclipsed at some point by something by now, but big album, and it's in great shape, and the price was right, so I picked that up. Also in the video you see I find a Ghostbuster soundtrack on cassette tape, and the tape was mangled when I opened it up, so I passed on that one. Also picked up a few VHS Jackie Chan box set, 4 different Jackie Chan movies, and Drunken Master is one of those, and Drunken Master is just a karate movie or kung fu movie classic. Awesome 70s and 80s Jackie Chan movies, all before Rumble in the Bronx broke big in America, but really cool to find that. Also the Star Wars original trilogy, episode 4, 5, 6, Star Wars Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi on VHS, and this is a limited edition box set, so it was cool to get a hold of that. And the 1933 RKO VHS copy of King Kong. Any comments on the original Kong? Have you seen the black and white 1933 King Kong?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I saw that when I was a real little kid, like when King Kong was re-released in like 76 or 77. I went to the theater with my grandpa to see it, and they ended up re-releasing the original Kong shortly thereafter in like a little film festival, and I remember seeing that, and it was just, I was blown away by it. And for whatever reason, I love claymation, that stop animation from those things like Clash of the Titans, the Harryhausen claymation stop animation stuff. I grew up on that with Sinbad and Clash of the Titans and Jason and the Argonauts. So basically the same special effects company that launched Harryhausen's career, his mentor did King Kong. So I can't remember the guy's name. O'Brien, I believe his name was. O.B. O'Brien, I believe his name was. But anyway, 1933 version. I actually prefer the 33 version to any King Kong version. I do love Skull Island, though. But yeah, big King Kong fan. So always cool to find something King Kong related. CDs, Sister Hazel. And this was a big album for me in like 93, 94. When it came out, All For You, is that what it's called? Yeah, great song, great album, by far their biggest selling album, and I believe they're from Gainesville, Georgia, I think, and they still tour. It would be cool to catch them live.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. So picked up Sister Hazel, and I wish that would see a vinyl release. It's never been released on vinyl. Someday it will be, I'm sure, but it would be cool to get that on vinyl. The other CD that we picked up was the Halloween soundtrack, the original Halloween. I believe this is a version from 1985 on CD, but I've never actually seen this before, and it was only a couple bucks. So kind of a no-brainer to pick that up. Really cool. I don't know much what would be on the soundtrack besides the piano beginning to it, but
right.
Maybe it's just like 14 versions of the same thing.
Exactly.
The Timberland mix and yeah, but cool to find that. You don't see a lot of that stuff on CD, so picked that up, and we picked up 2 albums. The first one, 1968 on Atlantic Records, Aretha Franklin, Aretha Now. And this album includes Say a Little Prayer, Think, and I thought it was cool to find this because we actually do have this album already, but we have the test pressing, which we found in a bin of dollar albums at another flea market a couple years ago. But really, really hard to find test pressings in the wild, and we just found it just chilling in a box with like Christmas albums, I think. But it's cool to find a playable copy of that because I don't want to mess with the test pressing or anything. But yeah, really cool to find that. And we're working on a George Carlin and Richard Pryor stand-up comedy album collection. So I got a nice copy of 1978's Indecent Exposure. Yes. George Carlin album, which is a greatest hits or a best of compilation of his 1970s material. And this was released in 78 by Little David that put out the Carlin's albums. But it was cool to find that. We've got quite a few of his albums already, so we're starting to round that out to some of the harder to find ones. But we like our stand-up comedy, and we just got some tickets to see Tom Segura later this year, like October, I think, right? In Detroit, at Little Caesars in Detroit. So we're looking forward to seeing that. We like Segura's stand-up. We just watched Neil Brennan the other night, and that last night, and that was a cool, that was a funny stand-up. So I picked up a few of those things, and lastly, on the toy front, my specialty for toys is the LJN figures for WWF, the larger rubber wrestling guys. So acquired 3 that I had when I was a kid that I ended up getting lost well after I moved out, but reacquired 3. So the first one, Captain Lou Albano. What do you know about Captain Lou Albano?
Nothing.
No?
No.
He's the guy with the rubber bands on his cheeks in the Girls Just Want to Have Fun video that plays her dad, Cyndi Lauper's dad, and the Girls Just Want to Have Fun. He's also in the Goonies song Good Enough video. And he was a manager. He started out as a wrestler, but when I was a kid, he was a manager. A bad guy then turned good guy, and he ushered in the rock and wrestling connection, like crossover. He helped popularize wrestling in the 80s, really, because when he brought Cyndi Lauper in, it gave some legitimacy to WWF, and they ended up airing some wrestling on MTV at one point, and that led to an NBC contract for Saturday Night's Main Event. So Captain Lou Albano was a big figure for popularizing wrestling. So I found that wrestling figure for LJN. I also found a Mean Gene Okerlund. He was an announcer for WWF. I started out in the AWA, moved to WWF, ended up in WCW, and yeah, cool to find that. I remember when I had that when I was a kid, I was like, well, what am I going to do with an announcer holding a microphone for wrestling? He can't very well wrestle in a tuxedo with a microphone in his hand, but found that, and then found a Nikolai Volkov wrestling figure. All these are from 86, I believe, 86, 87-ish. I think some of those were Series 2, but I think the Volkov was maybe Series 2, Series 1. But really cool to find that. I saw Nikolai Volkov wrestle live when I was a kid at the Toledo Sports Arena against King Kong Bundy before they were both on the WWF. Really cool. He's a giant guy. Apparently he was actually born in Yugoslavia, and he always portrayed a Russian heel or a bad guy. But cool to find that original figure. Doesn't have his hat. And I looked up his hat online, Sheila, and you know what his hat goes for? A tiny little Russian hat. About $20 to $25 just for the hat.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so I've got some feelers out for people looking to see if they can get a hold of a Nikolai Volkov reproduction or original little furry Russian hat. It reminds me of the hat that George Costanza wears kind of in Seinfeld, but it's black. But yeah, I think that's about it as far as stuff that no, it's not. We also picked up some trading cards. Alf, Series 2. Alf, I picked up a sealed wax pack for Sheila. I believe that's from 1987 Topps Trading Cards. I think we'll probably keep that sealed. We got a bunch of sealed wax packs to display. And I picked up a pack of 1990 Donruss baseball cards, also sealed wax pack. And there's a couple potentially valuable cards in there. But the sealed packs actually fetch a decent amount. I got it for $1, and I think sealed packs, I found one for like $14 and change online just for one wax pack. So there's a Ken Griffey Jr. Second year card in there that goes for a decent sum, and it's Juan Gonzalez's rookie season. So you have potential there for 2 high dollar mintish cards if you do open it. But I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. Maybe open it. But that's about it. It's garage sale season coming up here in the next couple of weeks. We're going to start seeing garage sales popping up. So we'll have some more videos going on. And that's pretty much it. Any closing? No? Sheila just shaking her head sheepishly no.
I think that's about it.
All right. Well, we will see you at the next video. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.